Fire, fire, fire.
Let's watch this. Pragmata's message is completely mind-broken Hasan, and it's hilarious. Uh-oh, Stinky!
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So in this video, I'm once again talking about the game Pragmata, which is causing a lot of discussion on social media. This discussion has included a lot of crash outs that we'll see in this video as well, but there's also a lot of people enjoying this game, and the proof is in the numbers. In fact, Pragmata has now sold over 1 million units in the first 2 days of its release alone. And for those who are not familiar, this is a game focusing on a spacefarer named Hugh and his android companion Diana, who are fighting—
That is such a dad name.
Off a AI that is trying to take over their space station as they're trying to return to Earth.
That's
this game has overwhelmingly positive reception, and a lot of people are looking at the dynamic of this game between Hugh and Diana, a sort of father and daughter wholesome relationship, and it's sparking something wholesome in them.
Men suffer this to come home to this. I'm telling you, we've seen so many fucking videos of these dads coming home and then their little kid runs out of into the garage and is like, "Oh my god, Dad!" And he's like, "It was so worth it to be slaving and toiling in the dirt."
A need to protect. Some people even feeling inspired to become parents themselves. Something truly beautiful. But as this quote points out,
literally, The Simpsons do it for her. Oh my god, yes. This is an infamous little video. Yeah, don't forget you're here forever. Basically, at the end of the day, I forget what. I think the episode is about Homer quitting his job or something, and then he comes back, and at the end of the episode, there's this sign that Mr. Burns puts up on his next to his desk, and he basically loves Maggie so much that he covers it up and makes it so it's do it for her, so he motivates himself. Yeah, back when Simpsons was good. Yeah, this is a real old one. It's a good episode.
This has also sparked a lot of anger from
Maggie. Yeah, that was it. Thank you.
Miserable people on social media. This game and your reaction to it has become a litmus test of who you are as a person. Because on the one hand, people are seeing this and they think it's very wholesome and fun. And then there's those out there who are trying to pervert and demonize this game and anything that has to do with the concept of a happy family. Once again, you are seeing evil, looking at something wholesome and pure, and trying to
Look, if you don't like it and you think kids are lame and stuff, like, I don't know, man, don't engage with it. I know, crazy. You can literally mute keywords.
Destroy it. And you know who's really mad about this concept? Hasan Piker. Hasan Piker saw the concepts of a happy family and really just wholesomeness, and he is crashing out. He is projecting so hard, and it seems very personal, as we'll see. But of course he's mad. Okay, this game features not only a fun experience, something that Hasan is allergic to, but also it has that wholesome relationship. And as you can see, the numbers are panning out. Nearly a 95% overwhelmingly positive rating on Steam, and a ton of players are enjoying this right now. And a lot of it has to do with the character Diana. A lot of people are looking at this character and they think she is adorable, and they think the relationship between her and Hugh is something very positive and wholesome. In fact, it is...
You killed the man, not the idea. It's Shinzo Abe. Oh my god, no way.
Considered by many as a psyop by the Japanese to make people want to have more...
Well, I mean, if you look at the statistics, Japan is not having a good time in terms of birth rates. It could be. I mean, I don't blame them.
Kids and to grow their families. And, well, on the Japanese side of Twitter, we're seeing just that, right? We're seeing a lot of wholesome reactions. People saying stuff like, asking if you have kids, is this what it's like every day? And some people are saying, yeah, it's like this every day. It's fun. And then people saying it's stimulating a fatherly instinct that never existed before. And it feels like they might want to have kids now. You know, all these wholesome things. And then there's this, you know, artwork like this that is wholesome and funny. You know, you have the android trying to confirm that they are,
she's not a robot.
Not a robot, not working out well. But on the Western side of things, things are very toxic, and many such cases. This has been the reaction.
This is that post.
I talked about all of these examples in my previous video that I uploaded earlier today. People trying to demonize this game.
Oh, they don't like that. Cunny meme. They don't like that.
Diana. Not only making incredibly weird sexual remarks about this character that, by the way, is not sexualized in any way.
Can't make
in
jokes,
this game.
guys.
But they're also demonizing people who are enjoying this game or find it wholesome or want to, you know, replicate such a wholesome dynamic in real life.
Yeah, they count fans as fucking stupid Twitter users that will never play this game regardless. They're
demonizing them, calling them predators, among many other things. It is insane levels of projection and just morbid behavior. And, you know, you have people asking related questions. You know, people are stunned at how Capcom just released the most adorable game in history, hoping for more cute Dad Simulator.
Low-key, kind of want to, like, tell chat we're gonna fucking play it tomorrow. Yeah. For, like, an hour or two. Yeah, we might do that. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. You know, like
games and how are people so mad about this?
Well, true.
Ask yourself,
not until you see
who is mad? It's people on the Western side of Twitter, and you have to keep in mind these are the same people who were frothing at the mouth over this Japanese anime ad for McDonald's.
And this was a real ad, and people freaked out at this. I remember this. Why are they so anti-family? Like, if you're gonna make the argument, shouldn't you be like, I don't know, either ambivalent or just not care if you're truly like anti-kids? We're mammals. We're supposed to breed and reproduce. Why are you so mean?
Featuring a happy family, like people were getting actual threats on them over this. People were literally tearing their hair out in anger over a wholesome family dynamic because apparently that is so devoid from our media these days. Traditional happy families, happy relationships between parents and children.
No, I can't have that. What I can't have, you can't have either. Grrr.
It makes these psychopaths, these fatherless psychopaths, crash out on Twitter. And man, I wonder who's really upset about this game Pragmata and all the tropes contained within it. Hasan. Hasan has been on a total crash out. He saw Pragmata and the reaction to it, the positive reaction, and he joined the mob that is angry about it. Just listen to his reaction.
In one emotional moment, she gives him a crayon drawing of the two of them together as a little family. Even streamers who say at the start they didn't want kids end up breaking down happy in tears. So
is Hasan an only child or something? Like, I feel like even if you're an only child, why is this such a weird reaction for you?
What's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff. And I don't understand, like, why.
Bro, if I could LARP like Hasan, I would have, like, 10 million viewers. I am so, like, confused by this, like, all these fucking unfuckable losers. Yeah, like, all of them just are losers that can't have families. It's like, what? What?
This has become a thing that they care about. Like, if you're a gamer, you should care about things that you actually experience. You should care about things that you actually enjoy, right? If you're a lonely gamer who has never been around a woman and will never have sex with a woman, why do you care? Like, why do you care about having children or like riding for having children? Like, if they changed,
because it's normal. Huh?
hot Cheetos, if they change the recipe of hot Cheetos, if they change the recipe of like, I don't know, Dr. Pepper or something, and you fucking freaked out about that, that makes sense, right? Like, that's precisely what your life is about. But as far as like LARPing about starting families and whatnot,
by that logic, people who aren't in politics, literally in the government, should not have an opinion on politics because you're not literally a part of the politics. Like, you don't have to be within the sphere of experiencing it literally to have an opinion on it. What the fuck?
this is something that I never understand.
There's a reason he's single. He's not single. That's the weird thing. For those that don't know, I think Rev is going to bring it up.
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, if you're poor, why are you dreaming of becoming a millionaire? If you're a football coach, you have to be in the game to be a football coach. You have to be one of the players. No, you don't. You can be a coach and know what the fuck you're talking about. You can be one of the greatest coaches of all time. It doesn't mean you have to be a part of the team.
Because it's just
I don't have periods. I should not care about women's periods by that logic. There's a joke in there somewhere, but I'm not going to say it.
Not something that you're going to experience ever for your life, for the rest of your life, right?
Dude is so miserable. This is one of the most miserable human beings I have ever encountered in my life.
Yes.
Let's be honest with ourselves here.
Please bring
like,
up
this
the tweet.
guy
Does he
is
bring
almost
it up?
40 years old, and I don't say that like
Okay, good,
how many
he does,
people
he
do.
does.
Like,
I
he's
think he
pushing
does.
40, like he's ancient, but like you are getting into the later stages of life, and it's clear Hasan has this very worldly view of life. He wants to live for the world. He wants to live for numbers on social media. He wants to live for attention, and he wants to live for luxury and all those things. This is not the guy you look to develop something that is going to be a lasting legacy, like a family.
Yeah.
You know, like children.
I don't know.
Like,
it's crazy.
Something that will live beyond you. Hasan lives for himself. So this idea of a happy family, especially a father and child being presented, of course he is going to crash out and have an absolute meltdown over the idea. This is just...
And it's funny because if people say like, oh, he's a socialist, he's a communist, do people not realize that communists and socialists love to have families? Because the more people you can spread propaganda to, the bigger your quote-unquote army or your loyal subjects are going to, like, there's more of you. Like, I don't understand this logic at all. Like, when my parents were growing up in Soviet Russia, like, everybody wanted to have at least 2 to 3 kids. They're only allowed to have 1 kid? No, that's just China, and they're paying for that mistake dearly. I know what you're talking about. I wrote a paper on it when I was a kid. Like, I just don't understand.
Expected. And it's so funny seeing him go off about all of these incels and these losers who are not engaging in intercourse in any sort of a way. This is the guy who famously went to a brothel, presumably to pay for intercourse.
I don't know.
This guy, despite...
I always take that shit with a grain of salt. Like, everybody quotes it, and I'm like, I always find it so strange that happened so long ago. And, like, he still acts like it never happened.
His looks, his wealth, his success still has to pay for women. Like, that is tragically embarrassing.
I think this was before he was famous.
And he's just an overall miserable person. Like, why would he want to have a happy family? He's not even happy with his dog. He shocks his dog. He can't even get along with a dog who literally just sits there for 8 hours a day. That's too frustrating for him to deal with. So, seeing a happy family, of course he doesn't want that. He's all about his career. And there's another reason why he's so upset about this. There's a very clear reason. It's because of his girlfriend, Valkyrae.
Oh.
Yeah, for those who don't know, this is his girlfriend, a very popular streamer. Now, of course, their relationship is one that is hidden because these two like to continue to convince their audience that they're available. They want their audience to think that they're single. that they have a chance with either Valkyrae or Hasan, which, you know, it's your life, your choices, but I will say this, it's pathetic, okay? I love my wife, famously, okay? You can see it in the leaflet, put them in the box video, okay? It was even featured there, okay? I will shout from the rooftops that I love my wife, unashamedly. And yet Hasan, he has to find a hideout. We are different, ladies and gentlemen. We are a different breed. But going back to Valkyrae, yeah, there's a reason why this stings extra for Hasan, because Valkyrae has expressed publicly that
Loves
she
his
has
wife.
no intention of having children.
I've gotten over it.
Didn't she say she was freezing her eggs?
I'm probably never having kids. It is what it is. I'm probably going to play video games for the rest of my life. I'm probably going to be as hot for as long as I can. And I'm probably going to keep making money in the best ways I can, which is like doing commercials and shows. Like,
But he's saying anti-natalist propaganda out loud in the real world will guarantee your bloodline ends with you. He's implying that that Rock Solid is a loser who's never gonna have a girlfriend and he's gonna die alone and miserable. I just sent this, like, it's funny you're saying that when you have a girlfriend that literally does not want to have babies, but okay. Or she does want to have babies, but it's a little bit late, bro.
like that's probably what's going to happen for the next like 40 years until I die. And I think people are just going to keep being mad at me about it. It is what it is. I don't know, man.
The tragedy of modern feminism, ladies and gentlemen, convincing women like Valkyrae that hustling and grinding and your career is more important than having a family. Look what happens. Imagine hearing your girlfriend saying that she never wants to have children. You're just stuck there, that she's married to the career, basically, and also has to basically hide you in the background because...
You know what's sad? I actually think that if Hasan had kids, he would have to hide them from stream because his audience wouldn't like it. Like, I feel like a good portion wouldn't care either way, but like the fact that he's not super open about Valkyrie like says a lot. I think he is very audience captured in that regard. He has a lot of female viewers that don't want to see him, like, you know, have babies with a hot chick.
Well, the money's more important than being proud of who you're with in terms of a relationship. Absolutely brutal. And then you add in the time factor here. Oh, I mean, this isn't mean. This is just an observation, ladies and gentlemen. There is a time lapse here. There is a clock running. In fact, this meme has been used many times when referring to Valkyrae, and she does not like it. Not one
No,
bit.
she actually gets triggered by this.
Bro, like, you post a selfie, like a girl posts a selfie, if I do, and one of those incel accounts will post my
Incel
photo
accounts.
with like a dumbass, like the rabbit with the clock, and be like, Cinna's eggs are gonna dry out before she ever starts a family. Do you consider this success? And then
How old is Senna? I don't know how to spell her name. 29? I mean, she still has some time. Valkyrie's 100% pushing it. She is fucking pushing that shit.
like people respond and like hate on it, like bot accounts will to bump the interaction.
I mean, what else do you use to describe
She
this
sounds like a
situation?
smoker.
It is
I don't know.
literally the embodiment
I don't
of this
criticize
meme.
people voices
It's
that
right in
much.
front
I
of us,
sound
ladies and
pretty
gentlemen.
weird, too.
And of course, bring it back to Asmongold. Asmongold recently has been talking about traditional marriages and traditional families, and that one day he hopes to have one, even if he feels like he may not be able to do it, but it's something he desires. And I guess, well, maybe this is having an extra impression on Hasan recently, who wants to always be the polar opposite. Who knows? But the one thing I do know is that the crash outs and the weird comments about Pragmata have continued. People are making insane claims like this, saying, I don't like the way you guys talk about children like they aren't toys.
Projection much? I feel like a lot of these fucking people that are coming out of the woodworks, and they're not being like rage baiting or ironic. Look, there's no blue check mark. I actually think this person believes this. I don't know. It actually just like, it's outing a lot of people for what they actually view kids as. Like, it actually makes sense with like how society works nowadays.
Referring to someone seeing this game and its wholesomeness and basically saying, I want to start a family myself. Well, there's a proposed note because we're not talking about anything real. This is a video game, okay? So this is literally not a human. This is a game, and people are seeing a dynamic in a fictional setting and saying, wow, wouldn't that be very fulfilling in real life? So when they're talking about Diana, they're talking about Diana the character, not a human being. So the fact that you don't know the difference is very odd. Then you have people again projecting. All that's happening here is a fully clothed...
This character design creeps me out. Why does it creep you out? It's a child in a costume. They're completely covered. Do you freak out when you see a child in like a snow costume and they're running around in the snow outside when it's wintertime? Why is this blonde child with a blowout running around barefoot? My parents did my hair when I was a kid, and my mom loved brushing my hair. I had pretty long hair when I was like growing up. Like, blowout running. Did your parents not do your hair? Dude, this is like a self-report button. I feel like you were just reporting this like weird like self-report that your parents didn't love you enough, or like they didn't care for you enough, or like what's wrong with kids running around barefoot? Like, what the fuck? Have you never encountered children? They don't want to do things that you tell them to.
Diana is dancing, and this projecting weirdo says, this character design creeps me out. Why does she look like a doll? Why is this blonde child with a blowout running around barefoot?
It's an android. Well, they don't play the game. They just see things and it makes them mad. They don't even know what it's about.
Is this expanded on in the plot, or is it just to be eye candy for creeps? Again, very weird projection right here. It seems like you're making some very weird observations about something that is completely wholesome. And also, like, I'm not even gonna say it, but like, if you're making these observations and jumping to some sort of thought in your mind,
you need to have your hard drives checked for sure.
I think again, you are projecting. You're just telling on yourself at this point.
Yeah.
Then we have essays like this talking about childless men and how they do not have paternal instincts the way childless women have maternal instincts.
Bro, there's just... citation needed? Hello? Citation needed? I've seen plenty of studies of people talking about how men get baby fever too. There's literal famous actors that have done interviews on like Jimmy Kimmel and stuff. I know that's like kind of like a random thing, but like that's the first thing that comes to mind. I'm like, I remember seeing, I think it was Chris Hemsworth or someone talking about baby fever that hits you when you're like around about 30 years old as a man.
You know what? I'm not even going to humor
that's insane
this essay here, because if you scroll down, their argument is completely made up. It gets hit with a note saying research shows childless men experience broodiness and desire for fatherhood nearly as often as childless women, 59% versus 63%, and men, including non-parents, exhibit innate caregiving and protective responses to infants. Like, this had to be said. But people on Twitter are trying to politicize, even use it to back up their desires to be misandrous. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. You know, all these are responding from tweets like this that are just expressing their appreciation for this wholesome dynamic, and that it makes them think,
these
you know,
people
wow.
they're deranged. How do people take this seriously? I mean, it's a good thing that they're like showing their true colors, because we can like be like, damn, like we could call them out and call them stupid, but it's like these people live among us, huh? It's interesting.
This be such a great thing to have in life. What a crime! Like I said, when evil encounters something good and wholesome,
they're
repelled. They have to destroy it. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, as always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, put on your notifications. Gonna be streaming pretty much every day. I've fallen in love with streaming on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. I must admit it. So if you want to make sure you get a chance to show up, make sure you turn on those notifications and keep an eye out. And I would love to see you guys there and see you in the next video as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.
Very nice. Very good. Very good. Thank you, Rev. I don't even know what to... Yeah, they hate this. They hate families. Look, if you don't want to have a kid, that's your own prerogative. But like you also have to understand, if you do not want to have a child as a person, you are a minority, because we've had the paternal and maternal and familial instincts ingrained in our DNA for thousands of years. If you're gonna go like the fucking actually science route and be like, oh, I don't like religion, of evolution led up to this point. You think people can just switch off their biological instincts? Are you stupid? Are you freaking retarded? What are you doing? Ohana means nothing to these freaks. And Ohana is even to the point, you could actually even argue that Ohana, for those that like, you know, watch Lilo and Stitch and know about Polynesian culture and Hawaiian culture, Ohana doesn't even mean it's your blood. It means that you take care of things that like you have an attachment to, even if it's not your own. So like, you take care of them because you have an obligation as a person, as family. Yeah, the original Lilo and Stitch, yes. It's just like crazy to me. These people don't even have like any feelings towards anything. Like, yeah, sure, you could be like, oh, well, this is just a video game. It's like, yeah, but that's the point. You're supposed to just enjoy yourself. Yeah. Ohana means go to college and in San Francisco and abandon your sister. Yeah. That's a wild ending too. Like, I was like, okay, changing stuff. All right, fantastic. Changing the entire meaning of the movie. Yeah. Yup. All right. 36 minutes. Nice. That was a great video.
Fire, fire, fire.